What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Dominate Every Aspect. In this week's episode, I wanted to talk about my recent approach this week. Instead of running my engine hot all the way to the finish, waiting for it to blow up, I actually took a step back. I took Saturday off, which is usually a training day, and I also did a back-to-back high, moderate refeed, whatever you want to call it. I'll explain a little bit more in a second. This past week was probably the toughest week for me, Thursday and Friday especially. Usually my energy does dip towards the end of the week, but this one hit me like a ton of bricks. I know a lot of you guys are following me on Instagram, saw a couple of posts that I put up. I wasn't putting those up to seek sympathy or anything, just more or less telling the story of what I've been going through. So I did finally pull the trigger, and I had to take a step back because I know that I'm not just competing here mid-September. I have to compete at the end of October and then also November. If I was only doing one show here in September and that was going to be the end-all be-all, then yeah, maybe I would have just kept on riding, pushed my body as hard as I could into this show. But I'm trying to play the smart game, the longevity game, and really doing what's best for me and just for my body, for trying to keep it together here. And I took a little bit of a step back. So I took yesterday, Saturday, and then today off from the gym completely. And as far as my food intake goes, usually I've only been doing like one refeed day a week, which is somewhere around 600 to 650 grams of carbohydrates. Instead of just having one high day like I usually do on Saturday, I actually did a double refeed on Saturday and today Sunday, but I dialed back my intake. So really what I did was I took my average carb intake for 2 days, so 275 and 650. I combined those two, I cut it in half, which came out to be roughly 470 carbs. So I just put it at 475 carbohydrates for both days, just so I can intake a little bit more food, fill out a little bit, just have the mental rest to be able to eat a little bit more. I just ate like, I don't know how many, like over a pound of potatoes right now. So that felt really good. Just be able to sit down and be able to eat a lot. I continue to eat throughout the day. I've been doing, I did go on a bike ride today that I still have been doing fairly intensely. But other than that, I'm just gonna kind of take it easy around the house. And I think a lot of people fail to do this. You know, they think they could just run their body, they could run their engine as hard and as hot as for as long as they can. In reality, that's a great way to have things start breaking down. This past week, I also had a little bit of a sinus issue going on, so that affected my sleep, which may have caused me to feel it a little bit more on Thursday and on Friday. I'm feeling much better now. I slept till 6:30 today, which is the longest I've slept in I don't know how long, easily 2 if not 3 months. So that felt good. I'm just trying to recover this week. Yes, I'm getting back to the plan. Tomorrow being Monday when you guys see this video, and then I'm going to continue here on out, going into the Pro International, and then we'll see. You know, I will probably continue to diet. Ideally, like I said in the past, I would like to be able to increase my food into the show, but I am not at the point of the conditioning where I want to be just yet. I know I have to get down to the 166s. I probably will have to get down maybe into the high 165s. We'll see. But we're taking it one day at a time, and I think that's all we can do, you know, especially at this point in time. I see a lot of the other pros basically posting the same thing. You know, we all feel like crap, we're all within a few pounds, and this is the final push. But this final push is so important because we're all roughly looking relatively the same right now, same conditioning, same muscle mass. But those who can push these last few pounds off to transform our physiques, those are going to be the ones that are going to stand out on stage. As I said before in my update posts on Instagram and on Facebook, that the package that I need to bring is absolutely peeled in order to stand out on stage. Yes, I am still holding on to a good amount of mass. A lot of you guys have noticed that as well. I'm not going to be the large guy, I know that, but hopefully I will be one of, if not the most conditioned guys on stage. But in order for me to function, in order for me to be able to compete for the next so many months, I had to take, you know, a 2-day rest break here. I wouldn't necessarily call it a diet break, just, you know, 2 days, more of a double refeed. We'll see how my weight is. My weight was up just a little bit, obviously, from taking a rest day and a higher day yesterday. I expect my weight to be roughly the same after today, if not a little bit higher, because I usually don't take 2 off days in a row. This week, starting this week, I should say, I will only be training 5 days a week as well. So I'm going to run 3 days on, 1 day off, 2 days on, 1 day off, repeat. That's just to help my body recover a little bit more as well. The idea here is to be able to just push it as hard as I can during those training sessions. This past couple weeks I've been struggling a lot with just executing the training sessions. Strength's been okay, but overall intensity has been poor. So I definitely know I need to fix that coming, for the future months here. I need to keep my training intensity high. As you guys know, that's something I focus on throughout all of my prep. Mainly one of the reasons why I've still been able to eat as much as I do, and not get away with not doing a ton of cardio. Now, yes, I'm still continuing these bike rides. Yes, I'm still trying in these bike rides. I go for about 20 minutes. I don't necessarily keep track of the time. I go 3 times around my neighborhood. Maybe I'll get the distance one of these days in my car just to double check. But I'm hauling ass in those just because I am trying to use all the tools necessary in order to get these last few pounds of fat off. I have been running core burn for the past, I believe, 6 weeks, just as another tool to help me lose a little bit of fat. I have 2 weeks left of that, so unfortunately I will have to stop that. But other than that, that's pretty much it, guys. So that's the strategy going forward. If you're out there and you're feeling like absolute death, yes, there will be parts during your prep where you're going to feel like this, but you just have to take a step back, play the long game, treat your body right, because you can't run yourself into the ground. And if you do, like if I were to just continue to diet, just go further and further into the deficit, like some people might be tempted to do, I would just start losing a ton of muscle mass. My stress would be through the roof. So this weekend was a weekend for me just to kind of refocus, rest, and then on Monday, get back to work, get back to the diet. I'm always on the diet. So yeah, that's the plan going forward, guys. So as always, keep dominating every aspect, and I'll see you guys next week.
D.E.A.